Hello, everyone. Hi.
Hello, everybody.
Thanks for joining us. Look who's here. Look who's here. Tell everybody who you are, Dani.
All right. Well, I am Danielle or Dani. On Facebook, I'm Dani Otterbacher. On YouTube, I'm currently Three of Cups Eclectic Tarot, which is one of my Facebook pages, and then Danielle is after that. And I used to be called Tarot Trainee. So if you know any of those names, you probably know who I am.
Okay, look at that. Well, thank you for joining me for this. We have gone live. I saw the notice, and let me catch up a little bit in chat because this is just fun. Calla Lily was here, and first, I do not know Calla Lily's name, but Calla Lily. Oh, Danielle is here.
That's me.
Kim Moon Whisperer, Beth Aspasia Rising. Deanne is here. Hello, Deanne. Frank Tour. Fracture. Sorry. So I'm glad you're here. Thank you. If you want me to call you a different name, please let me know. Juno is here. Hello. And Beth, I will be honest. I saw what Dani was wearing and I went, oh, I have we're going to coordinate. So Andy the Wildflower is here. Hello, Andy. And Andy, you should have gotten an email from me, and that date is going to work if you're available. So look at me. I'm always working, aren't I? Always working.
And
Zane is.
we'll say hi to everybody who's you've said hi to so far. I cannot see chat at all. I've tried it. My tablet is too slow, and I'm not even going to bother looking at it because it's messing me up.
Okay. Well, and I'm trying to put I will definitely put the questions up and who's saying hi. So Zane is here.
Oh, hi, Zane.
Deba H is here.
Hello.
And Ben from Beneficial Tarot says, hey, Gerald and Dani, lovely to meet you.
Hey, Ben. Nice to meet you too.
And Calla Lily's name is Liz. I'm writing this down.
I think I will too.
Because I'm one of these people. I have little tags to help me with that. And Wood Thrush Cottage. Diane is here. Hi, Diane. Patricia is here. Sadhana is here. Hello, Sadhana. And I'm just catching Emerald Fern. Hello, first time here.
Welcome.
For joining. Yeah,
thank you. First time too, so you're not alone.
Yeah. And Emerald, if you want me to call you by a different name, please let me know. And Emerald. I have having a moment while you're all looking at my head.
That's all right. I'm having a moment too. My cat is trying to get into my stuff.
Oh gosh. Okay. Emilio. Hi, Emilio. I feel like I've asked you that before. Anyhow, sorry. Lots of people just opened. Oh, Sadhana just opened her Smoke, Ash, and Embers. I know a lot of people are waiting for that one.
I was tempted by that. Very, very tempting.
Yeah. Thank you, Emerald. Well, see, what's interesting is I don't have Oak, Ash, and Ember, and nor do I have Oak, Ash, and Thorn. I'm not initially drawn to the decks. So
I think they're gorgeous. I think they're beautiful, but I think they're too busy for me.
Okay.
Like the imagery just doesn't jump to me. And I was very excited to hear about Smoke, Ash, and Ember. I thought for sure that one was gonna.
Oh yeah.
I'm not always connected with animal decks, but dragons, why would I not?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I agree with you, Dani. And I mean, the decks are amazing, and I have loved seeing people share theirs and their excitement. It's just wonderful.
Yeah. It's not the only deck that I have never purchased that I think it's gorgeous, but it's just not mine.
Yeah. Juno, I am familiar with the Deviant Moon. Um, I
Pepper, sorry, my cat's trying to unplug me.
Go ahead, do what you need to. This is cold. This is real life. So
I'm gonna check. I just gotta
yeah.
make sure it's plugged
Ben
in.
said my smoke ash arrived today.
A lot
Emerald
of people are
said,
getting their notifications about that one. It's coming to a lot of people right now.
yeah. And Ben is saving it for the weekend.
Oh, that's always a good idea. You gotta have time to enjoy it.
Yeah. And Emerald Fern said, I love my Oak Ash and Thorn. I'm an animal deck lover. I like me a good animal deck. So I completely understand that. Jonathan is here. Hello, Jonathan.
Jonathan?
So Beth, Aspazia Rising, said that will actually be the one that won't tempt me, even with your melodious voice, Ben. Ooh, Ben, that sounds like a challenge, doesn't it?
Ben is nice to listen to. You can't blame her.
Yeah. And Ben, will be dancing around and probably doing his flip through. So when
Yeah.
he does it. So anyhow, today, Danny and I are. It was about 6 weeks ago when you first reached out to me.
Yep. You want to know why that was 6 weeks ago? And I kind of know that
Why?
because at the time I had COVID.
Okay. Hey. Okay. And and that actually is the genesis for this hashtag. Hashtag 5 decks for a 10-day
Yep.
quarantine. Sorry, I was using the wrong side. Operator error. So yeah. So okay, so
All right. So basically, what happened, and this was not the first time I had COVID. The first time was even worse, but I won't even get into that one. That one was horrible. My life was all upside down. My husband was home from the hospital, and I had to babysit him like a 2-year-old, take care of him at the time. The second time was with this Omicron version, and I got it from people who had the vaccination. I got it from work and managed to not immediately pass it to my family. So I quarantined myself. I quickly took 2 minutes to grab 5 things to keep me entertained and happy while I was there and climbed into my son's room because he doesn't really live here most of the time and told him, don't come home. And I stayed in the end of the house that nobody else was in for the 10 days that I had to be out of commission.
okay.
And so I took those 2 minutes. Basically, you're going to take 2 minutes and you're going to go, okay, what do I need to keep me entertained, happy, content, maybe make me feel better when I don't feel good? That was my goal. Grab a few things to keep me busy.
Yeah.
And if I have the energy to do it, I will. And 5 decks will do it because I'm not coming back out until 10 days from now.
Right. So Danny and I would like to challenge you, those in the chat, you have 2 minutes to go pick 5 decks for a 10-day quarantine. And I'm actually going to time this. So go.
All right, everybody,
I'm gonna embiggen me.
hurry up and go find them
Go
because you
find
got
him.
2 minutes.
Go find him because you'll be able to share. Go find him.
Do you want to flip it the other way, Gerald? Or do you have your decks already?
I have my decks already. I timed myself for 3 minutes so that I could actually do so that I could do this. And
Okay,
it's like,
that's
hurry,
perfect.
people! You have 1 minute and 30 seconds left.
Yep, hurry up, figure it out. What do you
Ah,
need? What do
and
you
I
want?
did. I literally timed myself. So
What can't you
for
live
for
without?
yeah, okay. You've almost got it. You know. Do you have your decks? Are you ready? You can only have 5. There's no exceptions. So
Only
okay.
5 because that's about as many as you can carry when you got to carry everything else you might need.
Good point. So now you have a minute. And of course, when I'm holding the phone like this talking, and it's like, Okay, I love this. Emilio said, "Oh, one's easy for me. I only have 5 decks. Haha. I only just started my tarot journey late last year." Well, I'm glad you're on your tarot journey. So this is wonderful. I'm glad you're here. Beth, I have noted yours. So you have 30 seconds.
27 to be honest, but
Okay, now 20. You ready? Okay.
are you coming back, people? Oh, your screen is dying. There you go.
Yep, there you go.
15
Okay.
seconds. Hurry up, people.
Dun, dun, 9,
10,
8, 7,
7, 6,
6, 4,
4,
3,
3,
2.
2, 1. Go. Time to come back.
Okay, everybody come back. Everybody come back. Okay, I'm going to put us back together. That was fun.
That was
Okay.
fun. I hope everybody found their decks and that they're content with what they grabbed.
Yes. So, and I'm highlighting a bunch of people. So, and people have already been commenting. It's beautiful. So, I accidentally put I blocked you for 5 minutes. Sorry. Go in. I'm sorry. It's weird. I didn't do it. I didn't do it on purpose. It was where. Let's see if I can go in and do that. I can fix. Okay. I don't want to. Okay.
Hello, Aquarius All. I think I knew your name once, but my brain won't give it to me now.
I did not mean to time you out. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry, Emilio.
Oh
Hang out.
no,
It's just 5 minutes. I can't believe that happened. So
that's horrible. But he does have his 5 decks, so it didn't even
yes,
take
and
him 2 minutes.
so I'm trying to star everything. So goodness, y'all are like really fast. This is lovely. So Debbie is here.
Can you tell
Okay.
me how many people are doing it? Because I can't see the chat at all.
Right now we have 31 people who are watching, Dani.
Okay, cool.
So okay. So let's see. And Andy said I took the 2 minutes to make a lovely sign to not enter the room where my tarot decks are, and I am quarantining.
That's a little cheaty.
Hey, that works. That
I couldn't
works.
I couldn't I couldn't even be in my own room because my husband, I didn't want to give him COVID. So
Right. Right.
I
Okay.
guess if you don't live with anybody else or don't have anybody else you share a room with, it's
Right. Okay. So, can't believe. See, okay. Sorry, I'm still freaked out about Emilio. I feel bad. That's not
I hope
what
he comes back. I want
Emilio.
to know what decks
It'll
he
be
has.
like 4 minutes. Yeah. So, because Emilio only had a few decks. So, um, so, um, what are okay? So you redid this, correct? You
Yeah.
started again.
Yep. I started again. I redid it. I kind of took a couple minutes to think about it today. I kind of cheated because I put all my decks away last night because I was being super productive and actually put away my toys. So my decks were all actually where they all belong. So it was pretty easy to find the ones I was looking for. And I kind of thought about it and thought spring is coming. So I'm going to pick a few different decks.
Okay.
And so, yeah.
Kaz is here, and Andy said, "My husband understood needs must. The couch is very comfy." So Lori tries life is here. Hi, Lori. Okay, so would you like me to go first with my first deck?
Sure. Take your first one.
Okay, my first deck. I know it's going to be a surprise for everyone, but it's my Robin Wood deck because it is my it's one of my first decks, and I wanted this because it's a good friend.
Yeah.
So it's a good friend. So
Fantastic. All right. That sounds wonderful. Oh, I hope I don't move everything. All right. Am I crooked now?
yep.
There we go. Better. All right. So my good friend that I picked was actually a family friend. And I got this deck because my husband is Swedish. And I thought it was beautiful and lovely. And it's cheap. and easy mass market, but it's the
I'm going to embiggen you so that people can see that. There you go.
the John Bauer Tarot.
Okay.
I got the light on my fingers now, but that's all right. So it doesn't really follow Rider-Waite completely, but because it's kind of like family for me, it's my husband's heritage, the Swedish, and it feels like a storybook, and it's gorgeous. I love it. I think somebody walked through it, and I was like, as soon as she walked through it and described everything, I was like, oh, I could read that. And I was new to tarot. This is probably one of the decks I got probably 6 months into learning, and it's not exactly Rider-Waite, but this is the one that will keep me comfortable and comfy and homey, and yeah, that's the one.
I love it. Okay, I'm going to share the 5 that Beth said, Aspasia Rising. 5 quarantine decks: the Painted Tarot, Anna K, for Hoxa, Zany Spirit, and RWS.
Very good.
I just want to know which version of the RWS. So, I'm also going to share Calla Lily, who said Classic RWS, Abyss, Celtic Tarot, Gill, and Shadowland.
Very nice.
Okay.
I took RWS the first time, but I'll tell you why later.
Oh, and Beth said RWS 2.0.
Ooh, that's a nice one. I don't have that one, but I've heard all sorts of lovely things about it.
So, and Donna is here. Hello, Donna. And I believe Jamie is here.
Oh, hi.
Ange is here. And
nice
I'm hoping.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. And I'm hoping that Emilio comes back.
Yeah, so he didn't give up.
Yeah. Emilio, when you get this, Okay, so my number 2 is my Barbara Walker Tarot.
That's not one.
The reason I'm doing my Barbara Walker Tarot is, shameless plug, next Monday, Tony and Amy and I are doing a deck casual, and so I was like, that would really give me a chance to really dive into it and to really get there.
Fantastic.
So, yeah.
All right. Based on your answer, I'll give you the one that I'm trying to learn.
Ooh, okay.
Because, I started like everybody else with a Rider-Waite deck. Well, I tried to and finally found one I liked. But eventually I went with Thoth to try to learn that.
Oh, yes. See, what's interesting is I thought about that one too, but it was not where it should have been.
Oh, and this one actually showed up while I was quarantining, so the timing was perfect. I got the tin version of it for Christmas, and I was like, I want a bigger copy because I can't see.
Okay.
So I got a very nice little vintage copy. It is not Mr. Greeny, but it is very nice.
Yeah.
And it does help me figure out what the pictures look like a little bit better. So this is the one that I would be like, okay, this is the one that would make me something to dive into, pay attention, study, learn something new. It would keep me entertained in that way, where I wouldn't have to just pull a card to try to read for myself, but pull a card to look at the card.
I love that. Okay. And so, Emilio is here.
Thank you.
But Emilio, what the RWS 2.0 is, it is available from Make Playing Cards, and this version is plastic, and so the coloring's a little different, and it is available from Make Playing Cards, James Rickliff. So anyhow,
we need a fancy mod to put that in the chat so that somebody can look.
Well, a fancy mod probably will put that into the chat, but Make Playing Cards is really a challenge to use. And by the way, that was not one of my decks.
Okay.
Just want to be clear.
This is why I suggested putting it in chat because I can't mess with make playing cards unless somebody sends me a direct
Yeah.
link.
Yeah. Okay. I am trying to catch everybody's information. I was wondering how. Okay, okay. I'd love to. Or Jonathan wants to add the journey into the Thoth Oracle to your list. Well, you can only have 5, and there are no exceptions. So
If
there you
he
go.
didn't pick already, he
So
could probably run quickly and change it. But if he picked already, he's done.
yeah. Oh, and look, Deanne was on it. RWS link is above. Thank you.
Nice. Thank you, Deanne.
Oh, look, and Lori wants to know, Dani, did you create the picture behind you?
I wish I had that kind of talent. That actually was, I'm going to move the wrong way. That was my daughter. Let me move a little bit so you can see it better. But she did that in
I'm
high
gonna.
school.
I'll embiggen you. I'll
I'm
make
trying to
it
think of
solo.
which way I
There
should
you
be.
go.
So my daughter did that in high school probably about 5 years ago. It is a very, very pretty picture. It's probably my favorite of her works. It is watercolor, and it actually has little flowers in her hair that are actually pasted into it. And
Beautiful.
it's one of my favorite pieces of her art.
Aw. And I have to say, as an artist, it's nice when the parents like it enough to have it framed and hang it on a wall. So it's cool.
Yeah, when I was like, I'm glad she left it here when she went to college. I hope she's okay with me installing it.
There you go.
It works great
Emerald.
as a tarot desk.
So Emerald Fern said my Playful Heart Tarot, my Iris Oracle, Fifth Spirit Tarot, Oak, Ash, and Thorn, and my Oracle Pogs.
Huh. I don't
Okay.
know the last one, but I know all the other ones.
Yeah.
I don't think I have any of them either, though.
Deb H said, I only have 3 decks, so I'm bringing my pendulum too. Well,
Perfect.
of course. And Juno said, Spirit Animal Oracle, Wisdom of Tao, Deviant Moon, Palladian Oracle, is that right? And then Mystical Shaman Oracle.
Huh.
I don't know that one. So, okay, going to jump back to the live.
That Wisdom of Tao has always intrigued me, but I've never quite gone there.
Yeah. Donna asked, what are the parameters for our 5 choices other than being quarantined? That's it.
That's
You have
kind
a
of
few
it. You're
minutes.
stuck with this 5 that you pick, and you got a couple minutes to pick them because you don't want to give anybody else COVID.
Yeah.
But originally I suggested things like think about what's going to keep you comfortable in company when you need like really support, um, something that you want to study or really dig into. Think about what you'd grab because you've got 2 minutes and you are going to be stuck in a room for a few days, and it's not necessarily going to have everything you want to have in it. So
Yeah. And Donna said I'd pick a few I need to deep dive with, so I'd keep my mind occupied. So Thoth, Shining Tribe, and maybe Llewellyn. So yeah.
yeah, that's why I picked Thoth.
Yep.
She's definitely a heavy study.
Yep. Okay, so my number 3 is the newest deck in my collection, which is the Relative Tarot.
I've never seen that.
And this is by Carrie Paris. Carrie Paris was on Jonathan's channel for an interview last week, and I ordered 2 copies of this, one for me and one for Jeffrey. And I thought it would be a great time to get to know this because in the future, I will be having a deck casual with Relative Tarot and a few guests, as well as the artist if she's available.
Nice.
So yeah, so the Relative Tarot.
Always fun to have the artist with you.
So
All right. So my
yeah.
next choice is, I don't even know what the name of this deck is. I got this deck because it was in a book that I got when I first started learning tarot, and I
Uh-huh.
liked the book. And I didn't like everything about the book. I already knew that like the elements were what they are, and the book switched the swords and the wands, and I was like, this must be a typo. But I liked the pictures in the
Uh-huh.
book, and I liked the fact that it was not an RWS.
Okay.
So it's very cartoony, and I like almost every picture in it because they're just
Nice.
cute. And what else? The only thing I have a problem with is I ended up putting clothes on the princesses
Mm-hmm.
because the princesses have nude breasts and nobody else is nude in this deck.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
there are no nude men, so it offended my feminine personality.
Okay.
So, but I picked this one actually because it's one of my spring decks, and I'm wanting spring to be here. And if I'm going to be stuck in a room lonely by myself, and I think it'll match pretty nicely with the Thoth.
Yeah, I think you're
I
right.
think it has Thoth influence in it too.
Oh, I think you're right. That's nice.
And so I was like, you know what? I think I should bring that one with me this time. I didn't pick it last time I was stuck in a room,
Nice.
but I don't pick it out very often. It's very springy, early summer
Uh-huh.
for me. But I like the fact that it's a pip deck and it's got a little bit more pictorial pips.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to lean on the numerology.
Okay. Nice. Very nice. Now, Beth, Aspasia Rising said, I love that. Would she ever create a tarot deck, Dani? Your daughter.
My daughter, I don't think so, but she has started looking at tarot since I started. Um,
Mm-hmm.
she actually had a deck when she was really, really young and never really did anything with it. She was probably 10
Uh-huh.
and got it at the Renaissance Fair. And then I ended up picking it up on my own as I started learning tarot. And she's like, "Did you pull that out of one of my bins in the basement?" And I said, "No, I went and bought it." But I gave her a deck when I first started because I didn't connect with the oh, I can't think of the name of it. It's that one that's black and white and got color in it. It's very sketchy looking, and it was very popular at the time, about 2 years ago. But it was controversial too, and I never connected.
Are
I
you
can't.
thinking the wild unknown?
Yes,
Okay.
and I couldn't connect with it, and I gave it to her because her art style, some of her art is very similar,
Sure. Okay.
and I was like, "You might like this. It's kind of." I think I picked it out because I like your art, and I never quite connected it. I didn't like the animals in it,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
and so
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know if she'd ever make a deck. I would. I wish she would,
Yeah.
but it would take a lot of time. And she's just out of college and going on to graduate school, so I don't think she's going to have any more time.
Yeah. Emilio said, manifesting spring. I love it. It is still snowing right now in Japan.
Oh my.
So,
Yeah, I think we had snow last weekend here, but it melted already.
and Beth, Aspasia Rising said, I noticed that art piece right away. It's quite good. Looks like the face for a Four of Cups, Dani.
Ah.
So you can just let your daughter know that she's getting a lot of praise for that artwork. So
I'll
if
maybe send her the link if she's learning tarot.
okay, I mean, and kudos. So Kim Moon Whisperer said, "The Shimmering Veil, the Moon Child, the Witch's Wisdom, and Tarot de Saint Croix and Thoth." Wait a minute. One, two, three, four, five. Okay. I
Yep.
was like, wait a minute. Was that six? Kim? So
I don't think she cheated.
that's good. I have the Tarot Saint Croix. And Patricia said Light Seers, Morgan Greer, RWS. And that's her only three.
Huh.
Okay.
That works.
Yeah,
Send me
it
it. The
would.
Lightseers is the other one that I don't have that everybody seems to have, and I love seeing pictures of it. Every time I see pictures of it, I'm like, oh, that's so pretty.
The
But
Morgan
I'm
Greer.
not drawn to it.
Yeah. Well, and I think what would be interesting is in a situation like this, you could lay those out together and you could see and compare and contrast the same image in multiple decks. I mean,
Right.
that's partially of what I would do.
Mhm.
And so Deanne Blue Crescent Tarot said Mildred Payne, SPO. What?
She'd
Star
give it
Child,
answers.
Star Child, Aquabox, Journey Oracle, Green Glyphs, Lenormand, and Terror of the Abyss. Yep. So,
Nice.
and Rosemary from Good Journeys Tarot said SKT, which is the Spirit Keeper's Tarot, Bonestone and Earthflesh, the Numinous, Urban Tarot, and Mystic Garbage. I don't know the Mystic Garbage.
I don't, I think I've heard of that. Is that hers?
I don't know who did that one.
I know she's working on a deck, right? But I don't know what it's called.
That's not hers. Yeah,
Okay.
Rosemary is working on a deck, but that's not hers. And
Okay. I
Kim's,
would bring my own deck if I were you.
yeah, well, she's gonna be doing more of that. Kim
Right.
Kim Moon Whisperer did say I picked what was close at hand. Yes, Kim, and I appreciate that. So
If you only have 2 minutes, sometimes that's what you do.
that is what you have to do. You can't be running around because if you got to carry other things. So Kaz said, I only have 5 decks too. RWS, Ganeshan Village, Oak, Ash, and Thorn, Joie de Vivre, and Angel Tarot cards. Okay. So
If you only have 5 decks and Oak, Ash, and Thorn is one of them, you're doing really well.
I think so. Okay, so my 4th deck is the Alchemical Visions Tarot. And
Nice.
I picked this for a very specific reason. First of all, it's huge. I mean, the cards themselves are massive. I mean, look at that. I mean, they're massive.
They're almost as big as my thought, I think.
Yeah, I'm going to put me there.
There you go.
And so they're huge, but also it comes with a great book, which does talk a lot about the archetypes. And it's 78 keys to unlock your subconscious mind. And so if I was well enough to do some reading, it could be a great little
Okay.
deck. So, well, actually, a great big deck, actually,
Yeah.
because people, I mean, it's huge.
Well, and especially if your eyes are tired, you're not feeling well, a
Yeah.
big deck's helpful.
Yep. Yep. All right. I'm going to move you in there, and you're next.
All right. The next one is somebody mentioned it already, Deanne. And the reason I picked this deck is because when I am feeling totally like crap and I have no energy, a simple oracle is all I need. So yes, Mildred Payne.
It's the Secret Pocket Oracle, right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
And I I don't use Oracle very often actually. It's not usually my thing. I very rarely actually even pull them out. But when I was the lowest I've ever been, this is the only deck I could handle because it was simple and I didn't have to think. And it actually was kind of like, well, it's shitty, but here you go. This is some advice for you.
Okay.
And if I felt crappy because I had COVID, if I really felt like I was in the dog, this would probably be the only thing I can handle. I'd probably just want something fast and easy and just like give me some advice how I can deal with what I'm going through.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oops. Sadhana said she's back and we'll do the 5 now. Definitely pop in the chat. Oh, and Rosemary of Good Journeys Tarot said I only have 26 cards done so far. So, and look, Jamie put in the garbage tarot and the mystic garbage. Lisa Stevens is here. Hi, Lisa.
Hello.
So, yeah, and Rosemary, you need to see what Aspasia Rising said. So
That's right. Yeah, there's no way I could create a deck. I have an idea for a deck, but I don't have any skill at all.
And I don't have a lot of Oracle decks. I have gotten a few in the last, I think, 6 or 7 months.
Mm-hmm.
And I should probably really do some considering of those and Oracle decks. So
Yeah.
because the great thing about this is it's only 5 decks for a 10-day quarantine.
Yep.
It's whatever decks you want.
Yep.
And
Just wrote his
I
name down.
wasn't actually I thought about a Lenormand, but none of
Okay.
them were readily available. So
I don't have a Lenormand deck at all, so that's one I haven't dipped into. I've only been doing tarot for 2 years, so
wow, okay. Okay.
I have way too many decks for somebody who's only been in it for 2 years, but
Okay. So
it is what it
all right.
is.
Um Debbie Aquarius Al said Terra of Mystical Moments, Wandering Star, Pam's Vintage, Dark Mansion, 5 cent.
That 5 cent, I think it's on my it might be on its way to me actually,
Oh, when did you buy it?
like yesterday.
Did you happen to buy it because I was on pushing it on Julie Peekaboo Rose's channel for the Three Girls One Deck?
No, it's one
Okay,
that's kind of been kind of hinting at me for a long time, and
it's a
every
great
time I see
deck.
it, I'm just like, I might need that. Yeah.
It's a great deck. Jonathan said for Hoxa, Spirit Keepers Tarot Revelations, Bone Stone and Earth Flesh, Relative Tarot, and the Oracle of Echoes.
Jonathan, you have good taste. I don't have any of those decks, but most of those I know and would like.
And Jonathan, does having a deck, does having app or deck apps on my phone mean I'm cheating?
Nope. My phone
No,
was
it
with
does
me.
not.
I have decks on my phone from the Fool's Dog, I think it is. Those apps are really nice. I have decks in there that I don't have anymore.
Yeah. Okay, let me get caught up in chat because
Yeah, there's probably a lot of people saying
well, I clicked on Sadhana, so let's say I take Thoth, Rosetta, Tabula Mundi, Vision Quest, New Era Elements, all
stuff.
Thoth. Okay.
Are you heavy into thought these days, hey?
And she's mentioning the Vision Quest, and Ben and I are thinking about doing a deck casual about this. So because hashtag Ben made me do it.
I have not
So,
seen that deck. I must be missing some of Ben's notifications, but
so but um okay. Yeah, the Mystic Garbage is so cute. Lori did say I still haven't found an Oracle deck that I vibe with.
I have a lot that I don't vibe with. I found that if it doesn't have a book, I'm better off.
Yeah.
If I don't have to read a book, so like this pocket oracle, it's all however you feel about the image.
Uh-huh.
I also like the soul cards. That's probably my other actual favorite oracle. But
Okay.
there's no book that says what a cat is. You just know what a cat is.
Right. Right. Yeah. Um and Lori, you could always create your own Oracle deck. If you're hashtag sticker obsessed like me, and you happen to bond a whole bunch of stickers, and you have blank tarot cards or blank cards, it works. Beth said I have far less Oracle than tarot, but I love them and use 1 to 3 oracles a day on the regular. Wow.
Wow.
Okay. And Jonathan is putting a plug in for top Oracle deck of all time has to be the Oracle of Echoes second edition.
You know, I almost bought that deck when he was on live with it, or he had a video on it the other day, and I was like, oh, I don't need another oracle. I don't even like the oracles I have. I'm trying to get rid of some of them.
Yeah. And it's one of those things that sometimes I do the same thing. I'm like going, and I've really only regretted, 1 or 2 decks purchases. So, oh, Rosemary, Good Journeys Tarot said, I have made my own Lenormand, but I have never loaded it in to make playing cards.
Hmm.
Why?
Yeah.
And Debbie said 5 cent tarot because I love shuffling it. Yeah. Yeah. And Okay, SPO something Pocket Oracle is cute, and the 2-color illustrated pips decks are always in that cart. I haven't pressed buy button. So,
Um,
oh, Lori, there's a suggestion for the Toke Witch Oracle.
hmm.
So, Prophet Oracle deck. Okay, I'm just getting caught up. The 5 cent is beautiful in so many ways. New Era Elements is on my list of decks to get one day. Yes.
I think we all have decks on that 1 day list.
Yeah. Yeah. And Beth, Aspasia Rising wants me to do a deck casual on Vision Quest, please. Ben, are you here? Do you want to do that? Anybody else want to jump in on that? Email me.
I have.
And Sadhana answered your question. I want to start a Thoth deep dive soon. I would love that too. So
I think I'd need an RWS just to like kind of compare notes, but
yeah,
that's what I took last time. I was like, I need an RWS to compare.
yeah. Okay, so I have 3 more people comment start about what 5 they would be, and Ben from Beneficial Tarot said, and I can't pronounce that. Hezekos,
Physicus? Don't know
Morgan Greer, Sawyer's Path, Conley, and Mara Luna.
that. Mara Luna's tugging at me.
Mara Luna, Robin from Toadstool Tarot found it, and he was the first one who I saw doing it. He did a flip through of it, and people absolutely love it. To be honest with you, Dani, I have not looked at it closely
Okay.
because I don't want to buy another deck, and
That
I
would be
have an order. I have an order coming from Make Playing Cards, so it should arrive by Halloween this year. Their shipping is a little long, so.
if I ever get it, it would be a Robin made me do it, but it is one of those screen, like I put it on my screen as a thing so I can directly link to it so I don't have to find it.
Oh, nice. Yeah. And the challenge with Make Playing Cards, if you're working with Make Playing Cards, you have to create an account and you have to log in before you search. And if you see something you sort of like, favorite it, because that way you can go back to it. Because
Yeah,
other than that, it's hard to find. So,
yeah. I put
Diane,
it on my phone screen.
yeah, Diane Woodthrush Cottage said Zombie Oracle, Queen Alice,
Ooh,
Spirit Song, Tree Whisper Oracle, and Journey of the Sacred Bee.
I like that Journey of the Sacred Bee, but I'd only get it because my sister has bees.
No, I have it. I got it with the Kickstarter, 2 years ago? And don't tell people, but I only opened it and looked at it, but I haven't used it. It's gorgeous. People love using it. And that might be one I could force myself to get it out and play with it to do a deck casual for.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it could be a lot of fun. So, okay. And Beth said, Aspasia Rising, Jamie, we chose 2 of the same decks, Zany Spirit and for Haxa. That's cool. Okay, so all right, I got to get caught up. Okay.
Thanks for checking chat. I still
Oh yeah. Oh
can't
yeah.
even-
Sadhana loves the Vision Quest, and I mean, Sadhana, if you want to do a Vision Quest with me if you want to do a Vision Quest with us, that's a completely different thing. But if you'd like to do a Vision Quest tarot deck casual, we could make that happen. So
I almost spit out my soda.
yeah, a vision. I bet Sadhana could help with a Vision Quest too. She's
She probably would be really good at that.
yes. I mean, and I don't want to. I mean, I could heap praise on Sadhana all day long. So, yeah, the painting. Oh, Ben. Okay. Okay. I have not. I am mispronouncing this, and I'm sure I have seen it, but I have not looked at it. The difference between I've seen it, but I've not looked at it. So
I don't think I've ever seen it. I don't think I've ever heard of it actually, because I can't pronounce it unless somebody pronounces it and go, "Oh, that's that." It's not
yeah.
one I'm familiar with.
Jamie, Wandering Mountain Bark Path, say Maraloon is a favorite. It is pretty. Let me know if you want pictures. Happy to help. Basically, what Jamie is saying, she's happy to encourage me to add things to my very curated collection. So,
That Mara Luna, that would definitely be a Robin Made Me Do It if I ever bought it, because
yeah.
but it is pretty. And I bought another deck trying to substitute for it, and I don't like the deck I bought. So
Oh, okay. And um, Wood Thrush Cottage Diane actually, she keeps track of, because I will write down on cards and put
yeah.
them in alphabetical order the decks that I have.
Oh,
Diane
okay.
has actually been adding who inspired her to get it,
Oh,
and I am now doing that too.
good
So
for you. I tried to do that and had a list last year, but um, on my list of important things, it's kind of fallen off.
yeah. And Beth, Aspasia Rising said, "I'm hiding my credit card now." LOL, Ben. So
Nice.
okay, so Ben and Sadhana really like that same deck, so that's cool. Okay. I wish I'd back Journey of the Sacred Bee. Yeah. Um, I did hit. Diane said I did hit the purchase button on the 5 cent after seeing it on Dan's channel.
Channel.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. I know. Jonathan said I'm working on a make playing card order with the Mara Loon, Zany Spirit Tarot, and my demo deck for my Hawaiian Lenormand. So that's cool.
Ooh, Hawaiian Lamont.
Yeah.
I can't even say Lenormand.
And Sadhana said, "Yes, let's go out into the forest for
Yeah,
for
Vision
Vision
Quest.
Quest. That would be awesome. I totally need one of those actually. I mean, I'm like, yeah. I'm the same with mine, Gerald. I'm looking forward to diving into the wisdom of the sacred bee, tarot, and oracle. I didn't get the oracle, and I think I regret not getting the oracle because I didn't spend enough time with the tarot to realize how beautiful it was. So, okay. Okay. Da, da, da. Just looking through. Oh, and Beth said substitutes rarely work for me. Through experience, I've discovered it's best for me to spring for the one I really like, Dani.
Yeah, I think I have one substitute that I actually appreciated, and it was the only RWS Golden Box that I ever actually liked. And I bought a vintage just on eBay for a pretty decent price. And it's not a blushing fool, it's not the super ooper duper,
Uh huh.
but I love it. It's the cardstock has been used and worn. It feels like a warm glove.
Oh,
It
nice.
it's just like, and the other ones I had were, I had it before. I gave it away twice, I think. I trimmed a copy that I had and
Mm.
nothing worked. I just didn't like the deck. And I thought, I'm never going to connect with this silly RWS. Why am I even bothering? And then I found a vintage and I was like, okay, we'll give this a shot. And I ended up buying two and I have a backup because I will never go without it now.
That's nice. I like when that happens. To be honest with you, I
Yeah.
like when. So, oh look, the Queen is here. Hello, Shauna. 6 of
Hello,
Wands.
Shauna.
Good to see you. Thank you
Yes, we
for
know.
stopping by.
Gerald made himself match.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Um,
I have secret things hiding in case Gerald pulls out his things. I don't have any fans though.
what are you looking for? What am I
Nothing,
pulling?
nothing.
I mean, I'm not pulling out any tiny hands because
No.
Tiffany is not watching.
All right, fine. Be that way. I brought.
Ah! Oh! Oh, for the win, Dani, for the win. For the win. That was good. You have been waiting for that this whole time.
I
We've been
have.
talking 50 minutes, and you're like, going, when's he going to pull out the tiny hands, people?
No, I have the matching hat though.
Oh my gosh. How fun is that? Look at that. That's beautiful.
Yes, this is my only
Ah,
wizard hat.
I love it. That is perfect. Could someone ask if Sadhana asked if somebody could put in the link for the Maraloon? She'd like to look at it.
Oh,
Thank you,
I'm-
Deanne.
oh, good job, Deanne. You're on top of it.
Okay. If you were to, you would be truly evil if you messaged me that. Oh, Sadhana said she found it. So, okay.
Good job. You've
Yeah.
got skills if you can find a deck in that game.
Yeah. And I just want you to see what Ben said. Beneficial Tarot. Haha. I just laughed out loud at Danny's massive hand.
It's a Mickey hand.
Thank you. You have to have a thwarp.
Well, it's the Mickey hand. So it's like literally the one with only 3 fingers.
And a thumb. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
That was what I decided when we went to Disney. I was like, I don't know why I need these things, but I do.
Yeah. R. Isaac said, I'm here for this Fantasia look. There you go.
Good. Mickey
Okay.
is he's my inner child screams for Mickey.
There you go. Aw. Okay, so we each have one deck left, right?
Yes, we do.
And so the last deck that I chose is the Weaver's Oracle.
Ooh, that one's deep.
And
Oracle.
the Weaver's Oracle, and this is one, it's journey cards and travel guide. And this would be one that I know you need to spend some time with it. Undivided attention. So it would be a truly good one.
Yeah, that would be a lot of serious consideration.
Yeah, and so here are the backs of it, and so some of the images. So
Seeing people talk about that deck, like somebody dove into it or discussed learning through it, and I don't remember who I watched one time, but
yeah,
that looked like a lot of work.
yeah, yeah. Sadhana said you could just spend 10 days with the Weavers, and
Probably.
I think I don't think I know for me is when I get a lot of information, um, and parts of me are opening up. I have to sleep a lot so that my brain can sort it out and to make space for more of the information. Um, so that is my fifth one. So,
Wonderful.
and Shauna asked if anybody could have links for Danny's channel, and
Don't have a channel. I'm just out there. I'm in chat all the time, but I don't have a channel.
so yep. So
I wanted to play on YouTube, so I decided to reach out to Gerald and say, you could have me on.
of course, that's exactly how you do it. Danny, what is your fifth deck for your hashtag 5 decks for a 10-day quarantine?
All right. You can tell I like this deck because I made a box for it, and I actually did my own art, which I can draw one thing
Look
in
at
the
that.
way, because it matched the idea of the image on the box, which is the slow tarot. And if you feel like crap, this deck will definitely bring that out of you.
Uh-huh.
But my favorite cards in this deck, and of course this deck just gave it to me because it's my favorite cards in the deck, are the pages.
Aw.
I love these pages. These pages describe what a page should be to me.
Uh-huh.
Every page in this deck is like my favorite page of any deck.
Mm-hmm.
But when things are crappy, this deck doesn't give it to you light.
Right. Yeah. Rosemary, Good Journeys Tarot said the pages are the best.
Oh, they're just the best in this deck. And some of the other cards are just like, just so so reachable. Just
Yeah.
they just they just I don't know. I love this. I love everything about it. This is my first not mass market deck that I ever bought.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to find a card and I can't find it, but um just every card in this deck, I could just sit and look at it. I actually had like a personal storyline I wrote with this deck in my head.
Wow, I love
This
that.
card, I mean, I like wrote a whole story in my head about this little old lady and her cat
Uh-huh.
on describing what a Nine of Cups would be.
Right.
Um, there are a couple cards I don't like in this deck, which are probably the same ones almost nobody likes, but this one also bothered me. This one bothers me because everything else in this deck is very reachable, and this is very fantasy. And I don't know why she
Yeah.
decided to put a fantasy horse in this deck. It
Right.
doesn't quite make sense to me.
Yeah.
But yep, I love every card, every other card. The Empress makes me a little cranky because I am the Empress. That's my card, and she's
Okay.
a little bit naked, and that bothers me. She doesn't need to be, in my opinion, my humble opinion. Oh my gosh, can you just see like the
Oh
Page of
yeah.
Pentacles? Is
Yeah.
this not what a Page of Pentacles is? This little kid selling lemonade, going, "Check it out, Mom! I have a coin.
Yeah.
I need
Uh,
money. I can do
yeah. And
this
I
now. I need
believe I
money."
have the slow tarot.
Oh,
It's the hush tarot that I don't have. So, um,
yeah, I don't have the Hush Tarot either. I bought it and returned it right away. Um, too many dead people in it
okay.
for
I'm
me.
going to put us back in. Lori Tries Life says the Oracle of Echoes second edition is out of stock.
Oh,
And Stacy Starr is here. Hello, Stacy. And
hello.
Stacy was saying that she has not been to Disneyland yet, and Ben and Stacy are going to plan a road trip. Ron is here. Hello, Ron. And Amelia was saying that that's beautiful. So,
This is
um,
this is my kid at the beach. Mom, I'm gonna bring him home and I'm gonna take care of him. I caught this fish and he's gonna love me and I'm gonna love him. He has no idea how to take care of a
yeah,
fish, but
yeah,
just I can just hear him.
yeah. Diane said one deck I would have liked to have is the Thoth Journey, the Oracle of Change. Forgot that one.
Oh,
I had the Weaver's Oracle and the Thoth Journey next to each other, and I picked the Weaver's.
hmm.
So
Well, either of them would have been study, that's for sure. Like
yeah,
you'd have to really think about it.
yep, yep. So just getting caught up in chat. If I took Weavers into quarantine, I'd add Ancestral Path, Marielle, Uncover Your Past Lives, Archetype cards, the Carolyn Miss. Yeah, yeah. That's actually a nice little
Little,
pile of text there.
yeah.
Yeah, it completes that loop. If you were going away for 10 days, and that would certainly do a great image with that. So
Sadhana knows her original tarot as well enough to take in a whole group and say, "This is my study path."
yeah. Well, and I think that's an interesting idea. It's just like going, okay, what five deck? If you were going on a retreat, what
Right.
five decks might you pick around a specific theme?
Right. Yep.
So, you know, somebody start that tag. That's kind of fun.
That would be a fun hashtag. I don't think I'd be able to do it. I don't know my tarot well enough, I think. I mean, I know my tarot pretty well, but I don't think I could study a new set of decks without having some of the basics handy too.
Mm-hmm.
Like having reference cards with me, like a reference, like a dictionary, so I learn the words and translate.
Yeah. Patrice said, Danny, it is such a pleasure to see you here. I love your comments.
Well, thank you.
So, and Sadhana said, love the Knight of Cups in the Slow Tarot, the play on the mythological hippocampus and the function of the hippocampus, the brain.
You obviously didn't lose your book. I lost my book this week. I don't know where it is.
Oh,
I'm like really mad because there was a spread in my journal, and I think it came out of it, and I can't find the book. I lost it last week. I'm
Oh
hoping
gosh.
in my scraps or recycle or something.
There you go. Okay, and okay, it doesn't have. Yeah, Jonathan just started that hashtags 5 decks for a 10-day retreat. You know, let's plan something. But this has been 5 decks for a 10-day quarantine.
Yep.
Um,
Please play along. Share your
yes,
videos. I want to see all the responses.
yes, yeah. Put the link below if you do this. Link your response. So that's fun. Um, That's a fun deck, casual or tag. Retreat decks. I only go to yoga retreats, so the deck would be very specific. I could see that, Beth.
I've never done a retreat.
You've never done a retreat? Well, a we tweet?
Another we nope. I've never done a we tweet either. I don't tweet at all.
Yeah. I like that. So oh my gosh, this has been so much fun. Thank you for that.
It was a great time. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thanks for helping me.
Yeah, and Sadhana said, don't think the play on hippocampus is discussed in the book.
Well, now
So,
you've given me a pebble. Thank you.
so okay. So, do you have anything you want to share with people that they need to know about you, or that you want, you
I guess
know?
the reason I don't have a channel um, is number one, I don't have a computer. I hate laptops. I'm not sure if it's something in my electric system that is dysfunctional with passwords, but I struggle every single time I try to touch anything
Okay.
electronic, unless I have confidence in it, and then I can usually figure it out. But
Uh huh.
I don't have a computer because I've never ever liked the computers I've had, and even when I have a brand new one, it's like this is way too complicated for me. Um, and I began tarot during 2020 when quarantine hit.
Uh huh.
And everybody was told they couldn't go anywhere. And I refinished 3 pieces of furniture. One of them is the beautiful desk behind me that I use for my tarot.
Uh huh.
But I refinished some pieces of furniture and was listening to my favorite book, The Night Circus.
Okay.
And if you've ever read it, it's my favorite book. I've listened to it a number of times. Jim Dale, the narrator for the Harry Potter series,
Uh
narrates
huh.
the book. And I loved the book before I ever heard it spoken, but even listening to it is a pleasure.
Made it even better.
I have it currently in my on my library app, which my library app you only get to keep it for 10 days.
Uh huh.
But it has a tarot reader in it, and I thought I'm going to learn tarot. That's what I'll do with the spare time I have. Yep, I'm going to learn it like learning French or
I love it.
refinish a piece of furniture. I was going to just learn the tarot. And
Uh
I'm a Capricorn sun and moon, so I'm very like just do the thing. And I'm
huh.
very grounded and logical, so I don't have a spiritual personal path or anything like that. I was just going to learn the tarot. And yeah, that's where I am now.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
completely changed me.
Okay. Wow. Well, I wanna get caught up in chat because a lot of people are like going, Donna said, nice tag, fun chat with y'all. And yes, it's so interesting to see which decks people would choose. And I agree. And I was actually going to time myself and do it live, but I was like, there's so much other things that I need to be concerned with. So
You were organizing this thing.
yeah. I mean, and I totally have enough organization to it. And wonderful live from Ben,
You Ben.
from Deb, and Beth Espazio Rising. I hear you on that, Danny. Hashtag computer exasperation.
I think that there's something in my electrical system that doesn't do passwords.
Yeah.
I can set the password and still not get it right.
Gosh. And Patrice said, Dani, I love the Night Circus. I've read it and listened to it.
I keep rechecking it out.
Yeah.
I want a deck that's based on it. That's the deck I want.
Uh-huh.
I have picked out decks that I've purchased trying to get that deck, and I still haven't found it. I want a Marseille because that's kind of the deck that was used in it. The closest
Uh-huh.
one I found is a playing card deck from Dead on Paper, and but the
Oh,
majors are lovely.
yeah.
And this is about as close as I've found because in the book the circus is a black and white. Um, the whole circus is in black and white. They
Mm-hmm.
don't do special colors or fancy flair. They just do a
Okay.
black and white circus. And then the people that come in that follow the circus tend to just have a touch of red. And I'll probably not find any red cards, but
Ah, okay.
so this is about as close as I've ever come. But I'd love somebody to make a night circus deck. You know, I have the labyrinth deck. I want the night circus deck now.
Oh, yeah. And Patrice agrees with you. Night Circus would be great. Um, so, oh, look at that. I think we need to block that user. There you
Oh,
go. Okay. Um, and Jamie, Wandering Mountain Bard Path, loves that. It's a great little deck, the one that you have
oh
done.
yeah, the Dead on Paper. It's the Arcana playing cards.
I have that set too.
Yeah,
Yep. Yep. So, and Beth said, I'm a double Capricorn too, Dani, Moon and Ascendant. Yikes.
yeah.
Stubborn.
I threw in just for fun. I end up with a Gemini rising, so it completely throws my Capricorn off. People think I'm a Capricorn, and then they like catch that I like am flighty and do weird things. And
Uh
it's like my husband had no idea when he was marrying a Capricorn that he was getting somebody like me.
huh. Wow. Okay. Well, thank you everyone for joining. And again, it's hashtag 5 decks for a 10-day quarantine. Do
Thank you,
that.
everybody. I'm glad I got
Um,
to be out here. I wanted to introduce myself because I feel like I know so many people, but I feel like I know people and they have no clue who I am, or they kind of know who I am in chat. But I thought it'd be fun to say hi.
okay. And Sadhana asked a question. Can anyone comment on relative tarot versus stretch tarot?
I don't have either.
I cannot because I don't have the stretch tarot and I just got the relative tarot. Jonathan, do you have either of those? Or Jamie? Let's see. Thank you. The lives are usually too early for me, but this one was just right. Well, definitely, I'm planning some other things that are going to be a little bit later. So, um, and nice to meet you, Dani.
Nice
Lots
to
of
meet you.
love for you. And Patrice said she has both.
Oh,
So
maybe.
that's curious. Do you like them both or so? Okay, so next Monday at 4 p.m. At 2 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. GMT, and 11 a.m. PST. I am doing a deck casual with Tony and Amy, and it is, I keep saying this, it's the Barbara Walker Tarot deck casual. So that will be fun. And tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern, and Tiny Trinkets and Tarot and I are doing, and I'll show you mine, and we're
Whew.
talking about collage style decks.
I
So
have one.
you have one?
I have one. I'm
Okay.
not sure I want to keep it because the card stock makes me angry, but
Okay. So Beth Espasia Rising said I had to pass on the stretch tarot sadhana. The energy didn't feel right to me. Do you have a relative? It was nice meeting you, Dani. Thank you, Patricia. I would love to have the indie relative tarot. I do like them both, but can't say much with so little time. Got it. So, and Jamie said the commonality is the use of vintage photos and collage, but they have completely different feel to me, is what Jamie Wandering Mountain Bardic Path said for sadhana. So maybe I'd do a past life check. That could be great. That could be great, sadhana. So, all right. Everyone, thank you very much for joining us. Dani, thank you for reaching out to me and contacting me at, here's a shameless plug. Somebody else want to come on? Email me, tarotstash@gmail.com. We can make a lot of things work.
That's how I showed up.
So, yep. I mean, and you survived. Do you recommend this for others?
Oh, absolutely. It was a blast. Like I said, I've kind of been tempted to come and say hi to people, but I don't really need to start a channel. My 2 years of experience probably give me something, but I'm not sure besides having fun with hashtags, I'd do anything else.
And you know what, Dani? That's enough. Yeah, there's I don't really have any great plans, or I didn't when I started, so it's all good.
Well, your channel's fantastic. I enjoy almost everything I've seen from you, so.
Thank you. That means a lot. I like it. I want people to enjoy and learn at the same time, and it also helps to laugh quite a bit. So
there you go.
I mean, and I mean, your big hands next to my tiny hands, that was just hilarious.
It could have put me behind because I couldn't find him. I went down to the basement. I'm like, where the heck are they? I'm like dug in three, but my husband's going to be seeing like all my stuff pulled apart in the basement.
Shauna said, I'd watch that, Dani.
Which part? I missed.
I think she'd watch everything that you were talking about, just doing VRs.
Just VRs, hashtags? I don't know if I can do it with this phone.
Wait a minute. Wait. Okay. Time out. You're on a live right now.
Yeah, but you sent me a link on how to get there. And you talked me through it.
Do you have YouTube?
I do.
You can add a video right from YouTube. It's actually relatively easy.
Sounds scary.
and it is scary. By the way, I'm not pressuring you, but I am saying don't let a little bit of technology that you can learn prevent you from being able to share your light with the rest of the world, because I'm a big supporter that someone needs to hear your view and someone needs to see your light in their sky.
Thank you. This was absolutely a pleasure. I enjoyed every second of it. Thanks for playing along, and thanks for pushing my hashtag out there, because I actually created it a while back and I don't think anybody else picked it up, but I was like, okay, this will be fun.
So, gosh, people are like, it's like laughing and learning. Yes. Always learn something when I watch your channel, Gerald. Gerald is a legend in tarot tube. This is news to me. So it is scary, but you got this. Amen, Gerald. So, all right.
Well, have a good night, everybody, or day, depending on where you're at.
Yes, and hang out for a minute, Dani, and
okay.
we can finish up. So everybody take care. Bye.
Bye, everybody.